In today's video, I'm gonna show you 3 different ways on how you can set your table for fall and Thanksgiving. Keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Ramon. Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because on today's video, I'm gonna show you 3 tablescapes for fall and we're going to transition them into Thanksgiving. We're gonna do a very traditional tablescape and then we're gonna do a farmhouse tablescape and then I'm gonna show you how to set a table just for 2 and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So if you are interested on how to make tablescapes or how to set a beautiful table for fall and Thanksgiving, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends. If you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you're notified about every single upload. Our fall season 2020 is coming to an end, but right after fall is a holiday season. And this year we are going to show you some magnificent and sparkly ideas for your holiday decorating. Just so you know, we are uploading videos every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to show you and inspire you to create something beautiful. Okay, to set the first tablescape, I have to take you to the studio and show you how to create a really quick bouquet that we're going to duplicate, and then we'll be back here and set the table. So let's head to the studio. Okay everyone, so for the first centerpiece, I thought that would make something very dramatic, and I'm gonna use 2 of these bottles that I got at Hobby Lobby quite a few years ago actually. I like the height, however it has a really small mouth right here and I want it to be very dramatic, so for that we're gonna actually set it on a pedestal. But to show you how to create this very simple bouquet of foliages, I have just selected a few of my foliages that I had. I don't know if you remember the big wreath that was here. We already took it apart because the fall season is coming to an end. If you have not seen the big fall wreath, I'm gonna link it down below. It was really cute and super easy to make. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna separate some of my foliages. I'm gonna categorize them and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with them. So we're gonna use some of these really pretty fall foliage. I'm gonna use one of these bittersweets from the dollar store. I'm gonna use 3 of these magnolia foliages, and then I'm gonna use one of these really cool eucalyptus that I absolutely die for. This is probably one of my favorite ones. This is gonna be a very simple project. So basically what I'm going to do is I already went ahead and cut, they come in a long stem, but because I wanted to drape down, I went ahead and used my wire cutters and I cut a little bit of it of 2 of them. So I have 2 short ones and then I have a long one. And what I love about these foliages is because they have these wires that you can really play with. And so that's what you want to do. You want to go ahead and touch every little wire. So I'm going to go ahead and insert one up to here, and then I want it to drape all the way to the table. So I'm just going to go ahead and push it down, and then I'm going to repeat on this side right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it right here. When you insert your foliages, make sure that you cross them like this, because that's actually creating a frog, what we call in the floral industry, which is what's going to keep your foliages in place. So every single wire, make sure that you go ahead and get them a bent. And the reason why you want to do this is because if you look at a tree, all the branches are twisted and they're not really just straight up like this. So you want to make sure that when you get your foliages out of your box, you get them a little tag and bent like this so they look more natural. So I'm gonna go ahead and add another one right here, and I'm gonna make sure that I push this one all the way down like this. All right, and then what I want is I'm gonna bring this eucalyptus to give us even more texture. I'm gonna go ahead and put it high like this. However, I want it to be different foliages so you can see, and then you go ahead and give it a bend like this. And once again, just leave some of those right there. Then to fill in, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of these magnolia foliages inside my bottle. And at this point, it's getting really tight. So what you wanna make sure is that if they spill forward like this, because we want this centerpiece to be a little bit on the dramatic feel to it, and then go ahead and tag another one. So at this point, we're just doing that famous triangle. I'm gonna swirl it all the way around. Then I'm gonna go ahead and insert one right here. And as you guys can see, it really gives it that shape. And I want this centerpiece to go all the way to the table. And that will explain a little bit why when we put the table together. Then I'm gonna grab my dollar store sprig of bittersweet. And I'm just gonna go ahead and insert it right here on the top. So you pull some of these bittersweets down like this, so they're seen from all sides, making sure that one is up. It is super simple, but because there are going to be 2 of them, it's going to look very dramatic. So now it's time to go back to the table, set the table, put the centerpiece on top, and show you what it looks like. Keep watching. Alright everyone, so I already went ahead and set the table very beautifully because all I want to show you is how easy it is to pull something together like this with things that you may already have around your home. I want to start by mentioning these chargers. This is a wicker charger that I found at a local store back when I lived in Kansas. It's called Nail Hills, and I think they still carry them, but now they have these handles. So if you don't know about Nail Hills, go ahead and Google them, and they do ship. So there's nothing more full to me than materials that are like wicker and burlap. So for this occasion, I'm gonna go ahead and set my charger down, and then I want to talk about these dishes that I actually found at a local thrift store, you guys. So you can buy something a little bit more on the expensive side, and you can mix it with your thrift store finds. And what I liked about these dishes is because it has a gold rim in them, and I just absolutely love them. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and set my big dinner plate down. And then on top of that, I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 napkins. Sometimes I like to use 2 contrasting napkins, especially during fall and the holidays, because it really does create a more lavish and luxurious feel to it. So I like to fold one like this, like a triangle, and then I set it down like that, and that kind of breaks apart all of the dishes and the stack of the dishes. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and use this little salad plate, and I'm gonna go ahead and place it on top. And as you guys can see, it really just breaks the dishes down, and so it's not all white. And this is what it looks like with the charger. So it's absolutely gorgeous. Then on top of this, I like to add a beautiful floral napkin, and for this occasion I chose this one with all these foliages, and I love the colors on it. This actually was the inspiration. As you can see on the background, I have some pillows on the chairs. They are like an olive green, so I just basically go ahead and pull it like this, and I have some of these wooden what are the name of these things, napkin rings, of course. And then I go ahead and just pull it through, and I just make sure that this is really fluffed, and some of that green really shows because I want it to kind of contrast with the pillows on the chair. So I'll go ahead and sit down on top, and so now this is what this looks like, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. It's very fallish without having to use a lot of pumpkins and gourds, which we will use in a minute. And then on top of that, I like to use contrasting colors for my goblets and water cups. These both were found at a local thrift store, so you really don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. The reason why I like to use blue is because there's a lot of blue in the room, and sometimes I like to use some of that color and pull it together into the tablescape so it looks like a cohesive room. So I go ahead and put some of my goblets right here. Now for the centerpieces that we just made, I have these really pretty wooden bases. Like I told you, it was going to be very dramatic and very lavish. So to raise it even further up from the table, I went ahead and got some of these stands right here. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is going to be our little dessert plate or bread plate. Now I'll just go ahead and put it right here and extend it. So I put my risers for my bouquets right here. And because it's not finished until you have some candlelight, I found some of these really cute candle holders, and I'm gonna go ahead and use 3 of them. So I'm gonna go over to this side. So I'm gonna set 3 candles right here. Now I do want to mention also my silverware for fall and for the holiday season. I like to use something more than just your flat silverware. So I have a collection of gold flatware, and what I like to do is actually mix and match them because I really feel like it really creates a more interesting feel to your table. So I have just the spoon and the fork on the other side, and then for my knife I have this really pretty horn handle knife that I found a long time ago at an antique store. So I like to bring out all of those elements for my fall season. And so now I'm gonna bring the beautiful centerpiece, and you guys will see what that looks like. So keep watching. All right, everyone, so the very first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take the large bouquets and I'm just gonna go ahead and put them aside. You could also use this on your fireplace or just somewhere else. Now, the secret here is going to be using some of these really fall moss. I absolutely love using moss in my fall decor because I feel like it really represents that, you know, time of the year where everything has just dried up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull some of this moss. Now this is something you might want to do before you, of course, set your dishes on the table because it's a little messy, but for the purpose of the video, I'm just gonna go ahead and put some moss on these stands and put plenty of it, you know, let it drape on the table. So I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna let it drape all the way on the table and I'm gonna put some other ones over here on this side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull some of that moss right here. And actually the rest of it, I'm gonna lift my candle up and I'm gonna put my candle as if it is draping from the candle on this side. And then just go ahead and put your candle down. All right, so now that you have your moss, actually I'm gonna do the same with this right here as well. So just like this. So once you have your moss all the way on your table, what I want you to do is you're gonna grab one of these big pumpkins and then you're gonna set it right here on the moss. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this gourd right here, lay it down like this. I'm gonna use yet another one right here. And then I'm gonna bring my pilgrims and I'm gonna put her over on this side, just like this, and him over on this side, just like this. And then of course, you know, our friends at Shinoda carry these little bags of gourds and pumpkins. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and bring some of this out and I'm gonna go ahead and make kind of like a runner with some of these pumpkins. So just basically lay them down on the table like this, being generous with them so you can see them from all directions. So I'm gonna go all the way down. You could also do this with fresh pumpkins and I think it would be absolutely gorgeous. So this is another alternative for a tablescape for fall. I'm gonna get ready for the farmhouse style one and I'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, so for our second tablescape, I wanna go ahead and use this garland that we used on our farmhouse style decorated mantle. If you have not seen the mantle decorated for farmhouse style, I'm gonna link it up right now. It was really, really cute and we had this garland draping into one side. I absolutely love the way it turned out, but I also told you not to get rid of it because we're gonna use it for Christmas. But since we're gonna have it for Christmas and it's already put together, why not show you how to use it on a tablescape? So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and drape this into my table and then lay it flat right in the middle. And that's the reason why I'm not using a runner, so that way I can put my garland. Once you have your garland right here, you go ahead and fluff all of your elements so they're all seen. Go ahead and give those sunflowers just a little tilt up, because when you take it from one place and put it into another one, then you want to make sure that you fluff some of those elements so they really stick up and you can see them from all over the place. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put that right there. And then I'm gonna explain a little bit about the place setting that I have right now, which I think is absolutely cute. And I start my place setting on this table with this charger. Now, a lot of you guys have noticed that I don't put the placemat horizontal, but I like to do vertical actually, so it hangs down a little bit. And then on top of that, I'm gonna use my wicker charger that I show you. This also would be really cute if you had some of those galvanized chargers. I think it would be perfect for this. I don't have them, and like I told you, I just like to use the things I already have around my house, so I don't have to go out shopping every time. So I'm gonna place that down. And then the other thing that I'm always telling you guys about when setting a table, the only thing you need really is a set of white dishes, and you can combine them for all the seasons and all the celebrations. So I have this set of white dishes, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my white dish right now. Now here's the trick. It doesn't matter what celebration or holiday you're going through, you can change the look by using multiple napkins. As you guys know, if you've seen my Christmas season and my spring season, then you know that I like to use multiple napkins to create a different look. So for this particular one, I'm gonna put this napkin down. I'm at a loss of words. And I'm gonna put it down like that, and that's just gonna break all the elements. Now, I also like to watch something unexpected that you're really not expecting to see on a tablescape to create a lot of drama. My tablescapes are a little bit dramatic, but then it's better to just have a very dramatic look for when your guests come, and then just take away than just having something that they will not remember. And in this occasion, I have this cutting boards or cheese boards. Actually, one of your viewers sent me, Cynthia Green, if you're watching, thank you so much. She sent me this right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a diagonal, and I'll show you what it looks like. It breaks down the white and then the blue, and then it gives you that really rustic look to it. And then on top of that, I'm gonna go ahead and add the second napkin. This is the one that you would use for spillage, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that down like this, and it just creates another layer. It's all about the layering. And then on top of that, I'm gonna put my soup bowl, and look how adorable all of this looks. Now I'm gonna bring the rest of the centerpiece, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down some of these candlesticks that I bought, the same ones that we used for the for the first tablescape. I'm gonna go ahead and weave them in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one right here in the center of the two tables, or the two settings right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring another one. This one I'm gonna go ahead and secure because it's not gonna be weaved in. So I'm gonna secure with the bristles right here. Make sure this in the middle. And then the third one, I'm gonna go ahead and place right here, right in the center of these two place settings. So it's time to bring the drama. Stay tuned, keep watching. Okay, as you can see, I brought some of these really cute lanterns that I have used multiple times for all occasions as well. And I just did a set of 3 as my centerpiece. I went ahead and did a little bow, and I just used one of the picks with the little pumpkins that I got at Walmart, and I did a set of 3 because I really do believe that the power is in the multiples. So right now, like I said, it's a little dramatic, but this is just for show. When your guests come, they would be dazzled by a table like this. And all you have to do really before your dinner is to remove your lantern and go ahead and add your candles, and that way it's at a eye level where you won't have to interrupt the conversation. But I really do believe that having a beautiful tablescape like this, it really does create some sort of conversation starter, and your guest will be dazzled. All right, you guys, so this is tablescape number 2, and now I'm gonna show you how to set a table for 2. It is very romantic and intimate for you and your sweetheart, and I really think you're gonna like it, so keep watching. All right, everyone, as I told you before, now I'm gonna set a table for 2, and I'm gonna do this right in front of the fireplace because I really believe that having a very intimate dinner for 2 can be achieved if you set a little table like this right in front of your fireplace and just set up a gorgeous little table. And I'm gonna show you. So I have used this runner before and many times, but for this occasion, I'm gonna use this side table. It's actually a side table that has this little brackets right here that you can just pull up, and then the sides go down, and you can use it as a side table. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna push them out, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my wicker chargers. I also like about this table that it has a round edge, so it fits perfectly right here with the chargers. I'm gonna get all of my dishes and my napkins, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so throughout the years, I have gathered a big collection of blue and white dishes, and I also love blue and white because it is very traditional and very classy. If you wanna go with a classy look, get yourself some blue and white and put it throughout your home. I also changed right here. I used to have the fixin', so now I put a little blue and white lantern to kind of go with the theme right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and set 2 blue and white plates, and you guys saw me do it earlier on the tablescape, so I'm gonna do napkin and this burnt orange and just do a triangle and put it down. So I'm gonna do both right here, and that's just to break down the blue and white and the white plate that I'm gonna go ahead and use. And this is what it looks like so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another one right here. And then on top of that, I'm gonna go ahead and put my designer napkin, and it's the exact same one that we used earlier. And I just love the colors because it really pulls from the foliage. As you guys can see, it has all of the same colors in the foliage and the garland. By the way, if you have not seen how I put together this mantle piece, I'm gonna link it up right now, and it's also gonna be in the description box below. It was so easy, I promise. So I'm gonna go ahead and use both of my napkins like this. And so now this is what my plate setting looks like. It has a little bit of the blue. The orange is a really good contrasting for blue and white, and that white dish just really helps to break it apart. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of the items for this little tablescape for two, and you'll see what it looks like. Okay, you guys, so for my stemware, I have chosen a blue one, and then also I have just a clear one with a gold rim. And the reason why is because my dish has a little gold rim on it, and then I have a blue and white dish, so I wanna make sure that it looks very cohesive. So I'm gonna go ahead and set them like this. But you know what they say, it's all about the details. And I'm gonna get some candlesticks, and I'm gonna show you a trick real quick, and I think you will really enjoy it. All right, so I wanna show you that I'm gonna use as a centerpiece because the table is so small. I'm just gonna use some taper candles and some candlesticks, and I've chosen these really pretty crystal ones. However, I want to show you the little detail about the moss. It really is all about the details, what makes your table more put together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set them right here. And just like that, you have a gorgeous table for two. But what's gonna really make this pop is gonna be our printed chairs. Let me get those ready, and I will show you the end result. Keep watching. As you guys can see, creating gorgeous tablescapes for fall, it is super easy and actually very affordable because you might already have some of these products in your home. And I had so much fun, but I cannot wait to read your comments. So leave me a comment down below and let me know which of the 4 centerpieces and tablescapes you like better and the reason why. I adore a little tablescape like this because, like I said, it's super intimate and it is super affordable because it's just for 2. All right, you guys, well, that's all I have for today, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share with a friend. Let them know what we're doing here at Ramon at Home. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and while you subscribe, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you're notified about every single update. We're just getting started and the holidays are next, and just so you know, we are uploading new videos every Wednesday and Saturday to keep you inspired to create something beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing. You can watch my videos right now. Until next time, bye. If you are new to this channel, I want to take a second to welcome you and invite you to subscribe for future decorating ideas by hitting this button down here. And if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you're notified about every single full update. We're going to be uploading videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. And if you enjoyed this video, I recommend you watch this one right here. And there's going to be a full playlist of all of our full videos down here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.